Hey YouTube, Halo Guy here. The silence is finally over from 343 and we've been given details for Season 2 content, Forge, camping co-op and critical issues infesting the game. Now there's a priority order that 343 are sticking with for this game's short-term goals. The first priority right now is fixing the issues that negatively impact the game. Second is delivering the Season 2 complete and on the 3rd of May as promised. And the third priority is getting camping co-op and Forge ready while working on Season 3 simultaneously. 343 have also been emphasising the team's health and trying to get into a good development rhythm to avoid any crunching. They are acknowledging that the silence and slowness of updates this far have been slower than they should have been. And they thank us for our patience, which I will admit is starting to run out for a lot of people. So we're going to dive in and discuss each specific priority and see if what they are providing us is better than what we have gotten so far. First up is the critical issues. 343 are saying that they've been tracking and analysing critical issues negatively impacting our experience. They call this process the hot list, and every week the hot list is refreshed with new insights and they review issue prioritisation and progress towards fixes. Some of the hot list issues are gaps in the game that they only fully understood close to launch, and so were unable to address at an acceptable quality bar before the launch of the game. One of the known hot list issues is our Spartan career, or better understood as progression system. And some of the unknown hot list issues are the anti-cheat underperforming and the big BTB break a few months ago. So it does sound like a progression system may be cooking, but we've not really gotten much to go on for that, so I'll not be holding my breath for it coming anytime soon. But so far in the game's life, they have been prioritising acute unknown issues that have widespread negative impact on our experience as players. Some of the issues have been addressed, like BTB. Some of them have had improvements but not outright fixes like the anti-cheat, and the rest are in full development like the progression system, co-op, Forge and everything else that's really missing from the game. They are working on a public flight to test out these hot fixes before they are shipped, like how the MCC treated its seasons. So looking forward to all of that. Sounds like in the next couple of months the game will be in better shape, but as I've stated before, until then I won't even be launching the game. I'm happy to take part in flighting, but I won't be adding to the main game's population until major issues are squashed. But the next priority is of course Season 2, and I'm glad we're finally getting information on what this is going to be containing. And it's been reaffirmed that the next season will still be launching on the 3rd of May as promised, so glad to hear it's not been pushed back again. And for the theme, it's going to be Lone Wolves. The Lone Wolves are Spartan hunters and trackers. They're resourceful improvisers operating in deep enemy territory without resupply or support. They are fierce, rugged, and rather work alone while still being loyal to the other Spartans. We have some concept art for the visual looks for the Lone Wolf Spartans, and I will say they look absolutely fantastic. We're going to be getting more time with Spartan Commander Lorette Agrena, and we get more into Season 2's story with some cutscenes, story themed events, and of course a brand new battle pass to grind out. On top of that, like Season 1, Season 2 will have a Fracture event. Right now we don't have an event name, but what we do have is some concept art for the armor core we're going to be getting access to for free with the Fracture Pass. And I really love the chunky, really overly armoured up look of this core. I just wish we had cross-core customization to really express how we want to look. But maybe that will come in the future. Now, along with Season 2's customization and story content, we're going to be getting playlist updates, balancing changes, new game modes and 2 new maps. One for Arena called Catalyst, which looks to be an abandoned sort of overgrown Forerunner theme map, and the other is a BTB map called Breaker, which looks to be an outside environment Banish themed map, so hopefully these 2 new maps will breathe some fresh air into the game. Although only 2 maps after 6 months is maybe a little, should I say, sparse, but new maps are new maps. So as for new modes, we're going to be getting Last Spartan Standing, which is a free-for-all elimination mode, which I'll assume is limited life free-for-all, so potentially could be interesting. We also have Land Grab, which we don't get any details about sadly, but I'll speculate for now, and I think it could maybe be the return of my personal favourite mode from Halo 4, Extraction, but that could just be me hoping and praying. And the last mode is King of the Hill, which doesn't need any explanation. So that's 3 new modes and 2 new maps. The modes definitely make up for the lack of new maps. Modes I'd say are probably far more important for player retention than maps. No number of maps can make up for playing the same 3 modes on repeat constantly. So glad they're getting new and old modes back into the game. Moving on to the third priority, we're being told great progress is being made on Campaign Co-op in parallel with Season 2 and Forge. However, it's going to take longer to get it working properly, meaning we aren't going to be getting Co-op with Season 2's launch like we thought, but the aim is still to get it out sometime within Season 2's 3-month lifespan, so it should hopefully not be too large of a delay, maybe a month or two. We're going to get the official release date when they can be sure they can commit to it. For Forge, which this game really needs, 343 are making positive progress, and there is currently a very small flight that esteemed forgers are part of, much like with Halo 5's Forge mode. Hopefully with their feedback we'll have the best Forge experience yet, exceeding even Halo 5's level of creation and possibilities. But us, the wider insider flighters, should hopefully get our hands on this flight to test it out in the near future to see for ourselves if it's something we should be excited for. And the release date is still solidified for Season 3, so no more delays for Forge so far, which is great to hear. And speaking of Season 3, while everyone else is focused on Season 2 and the hot list, there are a good number of employees working hard on Season 3's content, and we'll be getting more information on that in the near future. I'm so glad we're getting a bit more transparency and some actual good news for once. It's a bummer about Co-op being delayed, but if it isn't ready, it isn't ready. At least we're being told way ahead of time instead of the day of Season 2's launch. Now, Tactical Ops will be releasing next Tuesday, which will give us a Mark 7 reward to unlock and SWAT variants using different weapons other than the BR. Once again, the transparency is great. Now we just need 343 to actually execute what they are saying, and this game could very well recover from its early player retention issues, and I'll probably be satisfied enough to return to the game with this content as long as the DSIC issues are fixed alongside it. Can't be one or the other. It really needs to be both. But that's all from me. Like the video if you enjoyed, it helps the channel out a ton. Subscribe with notifications if you haven't already to stay up to date with all my latest videos as soon as they go live. I'll be covering all Halo news, big or small, so you'll want to keep up with the channel. I've also got my Twitter in the description, so be sure to go follow me on there. Make sure you comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on the update, as I like to hear what you all have to say. I'd like to thank you all for watching till the end. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.